I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Oh, baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can ride all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you right in my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friends, but I wouldn't wanna leave. You know, I wouldn't wanna bleed. Even my heart, my mind, and my body. My mind, and my body. My body says my mind, and my heart. My body says I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is, but you got me going crazy.
Welcome. Happy Friday. What up? What up? What up? I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening thus far. I hope your evening is well. What up? Just read my book. I'm about to drop the link. Yes, we are having hot topics for tonight. Okay. Hot topics for tonight is, would you date a YouTuber or even a social media influencer? What up, room shaker? Hey. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I hope y'all having a wonderful evening. Hot topics for the night is, would you date a YouTuber or social media and more? We can talk about anything y'all want to do. I decided, I said, I'm bored. I said I'm bored, and I said I wanted to come on here and let's talk about it. Now, I had this like for a while, right? And we were talking about, me and Carrie was going to, very Carrie, we were going to discuss like dating and different stuff like that. And we were going to discuss stuff like that, dating and so forth, and all that good stuff. And we never got around to doing it. So I'm like, what is the topic for tonight? And it's such a controversy topic because some say yay, some say nay, some doesn't mind, dating, and some says that, like dating a YouTuber is like online dating. I have to disagree with um the online dating part of it all, right? Because I guess one thing I agree about, I mean, disagree about the online dating, because that's kind of different. You're kind of like, online dating is like a website, right? And I don't know. It's just a little different. What up, Linda B? What up, Kimberly, Black moderator? Thank y'all for coming through. And I feel like, so this is an open panel. I did post the link, and let's talk about it. And we could talk about other topics as well. It doesn't have to be just about online dating, but we're gonna get the online dating. We're gonna get dating on YouTuber out the way first, and then we could slide into anything else y'all want to talk about, right? So, like I was saying, I think online dating and dating YouTubers two different things, right? Because you have with a YouTuber, they have a platform, and they pretty much can, do they want to record your relationship? Do they want to do, different thing? Hey, Miss Douglas, happy Friday. Good to see you, hon. Hey, girl. Hey. Hold on, let me pin the link. And just a FYI to everyone, it is open panel, but I gotta know ya. Okay, I gotta know ya. So just to put that out there, Kimberly.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. Happy Friday, boo.
Happy Friday. Happy holidays to everyone. Can
Same
you hear
to
me pretty
you.
good?
I can hear you
Okay, I
great.
want to
I
test
hear you
my.
good.
I want to see if I can test this other mic out. Tell me if he's still.
Say
Say
something
something
else.
else.
I can
I
hear
can hear
myself.
myself.
It's an echo, echo,
Okay.
echo.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now?
You sound, yeah, I can hear you better now. There's no echo. I don't hear myself anymore.
Okay. I was trying to put you on my boss speaker to see if I could hear through that better. But that's fine. Good. Okay. So
Okay, awesome.
the topic of
So
the day.
everything is good. Yes, the hot topic for today is, would you date a YouTuber?
Hmm. Well, I don't. I was thinking about that when I read your title. I wouldn't date
Hmm.
a YouTuber. Are you what you ready for us to give our comment our opinion?
Yes, let's get it. Jump right in. Why wait? Hmm.
I wouldn't date a YouTuber like if I met them on YouTube. But if I met somebody like for instance, I did like my IT person on my job. He
Hmm.
has a YouTube channel, a gaming channel, and he's in IT, and so he knows all about the ins and outs of all the OBS and stuff. And so somebody like that, somebody that I met in my real life, in a work environment, or someone locally, and then I find out they have a YouTube channel, then I could see it that way. But just like random stranger on YouTube and we, chit chatting in chats or on panels, no, I would not do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my thing was, I think we talked about this. I think on my members only one day we were talking about why I wouldn't date another YouTuber because I am a YouTuber.
Hmm.
And I was just feeling like, depending on what their content is, I just think that it'll clash a little bit, like fighting for each other time and um because YouTube can get addictive, right? And
Hmm.
it can take up a lot of your time. And
Hmm.
so for me, I feel like dating another YouTuber and I'm a YouTuber is a no for me.
Mm.
Because
You feel like it's
uh
too time consuming for both parties. Would
yeah,
you?
for both parties to
Mm.
do that. And at this age right now, at 50 years old, right? We're dating and I'm dating, but I'm dating to go further, right?
Right. Hmm.
We're not
You dating with intentions. Hmm.
right, I'm dating with intention. So to me, I feel like I'm looking in you know,
Right.
the
Well,
future, and that
yeah.
means I'm not always going to be working. So I'm sure if I'm still doing what I'm doing here and it manifests to be greater and bigger, and then this is more consistent,
Hmm.
so this probably will become, although I'm retired now, but this probably will become a full-time thing, right?
Right. Right.
And then so when you think about that, it's difficult because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be on here, the content, the chat, checking your comments and, doing members' lives and getting set up and doing all of that. And I'm just saying, thinking to myself, like, both of us doing the same thing. How would we split that? Right?
Hmm.
How would we split the time? Now, if we had a big house, but even then, you do have to probably you will have to compromise a little more, right?
Yeah.
And as a man, just seeing how the men fluctuates on here, depending on, I guess it depends on what kind of content.
That's right. It depends on the type of content that they're doing because,
Yeah.
it's all types of content. They could be a cooking person too. A man can be, I see a lot of men cooking channels as well as females. So they could have a cooking channel, a gaming channel, a hunting channel, whatever their desire is, but I feel like if, like I said, I wouldn't meet anybody that was actually already on YouTube. Like I met them actually on a YouTube. But if I
No,
met
me either.
somebody in my real life at my church or at work or wherever in my local area that I know, met somewhere like that, and he said, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel too. You have a YouTube channel? Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. And I wouldn't have a problem with that. Because I do feel like even if you have a YouTube channel, you still have to allot time for your real life thing. I mean, this is your real life, especially if you're monetized and you're doing it for, financial gain like that way.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to allot a certain amount of time just for that, and a certain amount of time for whatever else activities you have outside. So I don't see why that would be a problem with a relationship. You know
Most
what I'm saying? I want
definitely.
everybody, we have boundaries, and we have, what I'm saying, this is, I know you're doing your YouTube in the morning, or you do your YouTube 3 times a day, or you do however you do it. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that. And as long as you understand, I do it too. If we both are doing it, content creators, I think it's something that can be compromised and worked on. You know what I mean?
It can. And like I said, it all depends on the type of content you're bringing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Because
I wouldn't
some of
talk to
it
nobody
be
that's,
consumed,
yeah,
especially
that's
if
doing,
you are covering like celebrity news
yeah, or politics or
and
spiritual.
politics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of time. See, for me, I'm cooking. That's different. You kind of cook and record, edit it, and get the hell off. Like you're not really, you don't. I don't have to delegate to like researching and doing all of that. That takes a big part. And I guess because once you know, you know. Hey, Charlie, welcome
And
to the live. It's an
then
open panel.
it,
Anybody
even
could
with
come
cooking,
up.
I think that still, just because you cook, but I mean, it's all about your presentation and what kind of audience. Because I watch a lot of cooking channels, and some of those ladies that I watch, they've gotten all kinds of ads, and all kinds of sponsorships for pots and
Hey,
pans and things
Tony.
like that. Pam. I know Pam because her sister was from the B
Oh
section.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
uh, but I mean, not just her, but I mean, you have to think of ideas of ways to present your food, and
It
you know,
still doesn't consume because I do it. I can say this. It
mhm.
does not consume that much time as someone that means you have to keep up with the news. You have to keep
Oh
up with
yeah, I
certain
see what you're saying.
things
Do
like
the
you
research.
that
Yeah,
is a lot of hey Tweety, hey Tony, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, Charlie. Is that you, boo? You on mute.
Yeah, I had to unmute myself. Hey, y'all.
Okay. Hey,
and
girl, welcome to the panel. How are you on this evening? I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing well. I was listening to what y'all were saying, and I completely agree. I think it like when I first started doing YouTube, right? As much as you have to do in order to get monetized and do different things, right? It
Mm-hmm.
was an adjustment for my husband, who was used
Mm-hmm.
to having my attention 24/7, correct? But there were going to be times where YouTube had my attention. And so we worked out a system, right? Every Saturday, all day long, from the time we wake up to that night, is his day. And any day that I have that is, during the week, could be random, that I'm not doing something for YouTube, it's with him. You know what I'm saying? And Sundays included, right? But that way, you always have that space for that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
And it also, I think, depends on some of these vloggers who share intimate details of their life. I don't think some people could deal with, and I want y'all's opinion on this. Could you deal with someone sharing intimate details of your life?
No.
No.
No. And see, that's why I said it's important of about what's the content that they're doing and also how much they're sharing. So you kind of your head has to go in the game around all that, right? Because and then also sometimes the content is definitely the focus. What kind of channel it is, right? Because then it varies on, but then again, it doesn't even really matter because as you can see, you could be content anywhere. I don't care what content you are doing. If something happened and it's a hot topic and you are a YouTuber, and especially if you're a big YouTuber, you have more eyes on you, right? And people actually we all know this already. People search for things about you. I see so many channels who talk about other YouTubers, their life, what they're going through,
Mhm.
etc., etc. And they ain't asked to be called to be somebody talking about their every move and all of that stuff, right? But you got channels who's doing that.
Those reaction
Uh,
channels. Yeah.
Those
They,
reaction
I will tell
channels.
you this: if you get into
Yeah,
drama, right, of any kind with any community, and there's a lot of communities out there that have that, not just one specific
that's
place, right?
right.
They will dox your spouse,
Yeah,
dox your family, bother people. So you have to, like, pretty much, are you okay with that being done? Are you okay yourself?
right.
Do you know ways to protect your loved ones or whatnot? I had somebody call my mother-in-law like 50 times, an elderly woman, trying to
mm-mm.
get information on me, calling like long lost family members that I don't even know. You get what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
like, so it's the crazy part, and here's the part: it happens in the gaming community, happens
Right.
in the church
Yeah.
sector, it happens in like like the
Mukbang sector.
places you wouldn't assume that that happens.
The
um
makeup community, you know
you
what I'm
got to worry
saying?
about
It's
popos showing up at your door because they showed up at mine. Somebody called CPS on me for just for the fact that my son is homeschooled for no other reason.
but I will say this though. It it depends again on the content
Hmm.
and what you're involving yourself in, the spaces you roam.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
doing
so
something
that I'm
messy.
being honest, that do have, because I know a lot of people who are very successful and they haven't had those type of things happen to them. They're very big YouTubers. They've been on here for years.
Me too.
And so, huh?
Yeah, I know a lot of
Yeah.
big
So, and
YouTubers too,
that's never
and
happened.
they may be docs, but their stuff is probably maybe public anyway because they are so popular. They do
Right,
have
but far as
a platform.
getting people called to your house and all of that, it again, it arrives where what kind of content you're bringing, who you're dealing with, what kind of area you. So all of those things, I tell you not, they have never had that, like, getting swatted and things, different stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
mean, that, because again, that just depends on where you're roaming and who.
and I will say this too, Jill and Charlie. Hi, Charlie Angels. I didn't get to say hi.
Hey, beautiful.
But it does depend. And what I've noticed about really large YouTube channels that they may go live every now and then, but mostly they are uploads.
Mhm.
But what I've noticed that I don't see them in chats and other platforms that's similar to theirs.
Exactly.
They don't do that, and so you're not going to get that feed. I don't think they get that kickback because they're not engaging in that, or if they're
Exactly.
engaging, they're not dropping down. I'll put it that way.
Exactly. They support. They're
Hmm.
watching. And you got to understand the type of watching. Even though they are watching, they're watching the same content they're doing, right?
Right, right,
That's not something that will bring that kind of attention. You get what
right.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they're
Do.
safe. They are supporting. They're into that, and you don't get much of that. Now, what I've have done is, some of them have been hacked. That's their most issues, is people hacking a channel, copying their stuff, trying to duplicate their channel, trying
Right.
to get into their bank account, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But far as trouble. But to speak of dating, I only thing I guess I would have, but after seeing so much stuff on here, my worst thing is if you break up, right? and
Mm-hmm.
and it gets nasty. You get what I'm saying? As
Mm-hmm.
it would, it doesn't get that nasty when you have a normal breakup, because it's not
Right.
so public.
Yeah. And like I said, that's because people, the ones we're aware of, are the ones that hang in the same communities.
Not
This,
true.
this.
Not true. Because I've had some mukbanger breakups. It gets ugly. So
I
it
don't
doesn't
understand why
matter
anybody would do
if
that
it
though.
is this
That says a lot
area.
about whoever's bringing that to a plug social media. That says a lot about their character. You know what I mean? Because you break up with people all the time in your real life that they don't have no social media. And but that's the bug of the social media too. Is people not even when they break up, they come on social media. I look on Facebook and people on there out and out their family members and you know different stuff. And I'm like, why do that? Why take all your personal business and put it on a social media platform? I don't understand anybody that would do that, especially calling themselves being mad at somebody and bringing it to social media that you're in a relationship with or it's a family member. Why?
But
When
you
you have
know
my phone
what?
number,
It's not always that reason. It's the
why?
same reason why everything always blow up. People trolling these content creators, people the it's the subscribers, start getting into it, the back and forth and spreading the you have to have a real strong mindset to not let outsiders make you angry. So it be a lot of that too sometimes. I've seen that. It's the trolls and the as they call themselves, the subbies going back and forth. You did this and you said that pokes and pokes and pokes. You get what I'm saying? And so now it comes to the case everybody want to be right, and then some of it happens because you are online and people notice. See, that's the thing. And then not only the trolls, it's the content creators, the reaction channels. They'll start digging through videos. Like, oh, you could tell right there they was doing that. Remember when she said this? And now you find yourself coming on here explaining every video or doing all this. And that's when it's sometimes that's how it get ugly.
Yeah, sometimes I've seen it just like you said, Miss Jill, just then. Like they'll try to keep it behind the scenes, but then somebody will go, "Well, I noticed that this person wasn't in this video," and blah 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 blah. And
Hmm.
then they start over explaining, and when they start over explaining, they accidentally let stuff slip, and then that causes a problem with the other person because now the other person feels like they have to say something because you just slipped up, had a a fraudulent slip up or whatever, and said something that they needed felt like they needed to defend, and then that has snowballed into where people literally start attacking each other.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. So sometimes it's not purposely fallout, and or meant to, but it could bug you because this is a public platform. Everybody's watching. Everybody's combing through everything with a nail and toothpick. You get what I'm saying? And
Right. Yeah.
trying to find cracks, and then, like you said, Charlie, you start over explaining, and then next thing you know, and it's easy to do. It's
Hmm.
easy to do because one thing about it, because it's not scripted, that's why sometimes it's best to plan before you know what I'm saying? You may
Exactly.
see something in the chat or you may hear something, write it down. Don't start talking at that moment because right now you're getting hot-headed, right? And you start just what? No, I would just block them, or I don't know, because it's just you got to write some of this stuff down and really go think it through and not answer on the spot.
Not
But
be impulsive, right? Like
you
I said, I would date. Like I said, I would date somebody that was a YouTuber.
okay?
However, they wouldn't. I'm not somebody that I met on YouTube. It would have to be someone I met in my real life, and by circumstance, they have a YouTube channel. And then if it's going to be a real relationship, boundaries would have to be
Yes,
discussed. I apologize because
that's okay.
soon as I start talking, they go to barking. I don't know why. Please.
You're right
Boundaries
though,
is a
Miss
must.
Kimberly, because
Boundaries is a must.
Yeah, they
And
would have to be established ahead of time. Like, and me personally, I wouldn't even if we're dating and you have a channel and I have a channel as well. One of my boundaries would be we don't tell anybody that we even affiliated with each other.
yeah, I said that too when we
We're
were
not
talking about
affiliated
it.
with
I
each
said
other,
I
and you
wouldn't
won't have to know
even.
we're in. That I'm your girlfriend or you're my boyfriend or or you're my spouse or any of that. No, I want that's not required. Not unless we're doing something jointly, a channel jointly together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I think that's very important because that was my next thing is that I said that I don't think we should be doing anything together, you know, but it's inevitable, right? Because it's a small world. You shop, you go out, you travel, so people will see you. So
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So that there's that.
But
And they'll see you guys together, whether it's something, and if they, you know, because we
yeah,
it's a
that's if you're a
small
big channel.
world.
That's if you got a lot of followers. Ain't
Not
nobody
true. Look
see
at
me at the grocery store. They ain't
ODS.
gonna know
Look
me
at
from a can of paint.
ODS. I've met some people who, I ain't even no big channel.
Mm.
And you, because you never know, you meet people watches, so it doesn't mean that you,
So
because your
you met
face.
people in your real life that
Yeah.
recognize you from YouTube?
Yes, twice. Two
Oh,
people.
really?
Mm-hmm. Two people.
Wow.
And even like I said, because sometimes people bump into things. I never told some people that I had a YouTube channel. And next thing you know, it was like, oh, why you ain't tell me you had a channel, girl? I saw you. I'm like, oh my. You know, and never told, because that's how it works. You
Mm.
know, you just never know. And they like, yeah, I was doing this and this popped up. And I was like, oh.
Have you ever met anybody, Charlie, in your real life that recognized you
No,
from YouTube?
no. Now I've met somebody off of here, but it was by choice. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Hmm.
right.
But no, that's because there's probably not a lot of people in my area who is in our little sector of YouTube or, over here. And I'm not big enough of a channel, really, to tell you the truth. Most of the people that I know are from different states. Almost everybody in my chat that I know of is from, but you never know. It's just like we've had how many people getting pictures taken of them from behind or in compromising situations. You know
Hmm.
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And they didn't even know they were being watched.
Hmm.
Linda B said, I think I would prefer to be with someone who has an analog life like my husband. He doesn't know anything about any of this, and I like it. Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing too, because when you start dating, that's a good point. When you start dating, and things like that, also don't know who they've been with other than you on here. Yeah. And that's why, see, that's the key though, what Kimberly said. You know, I wouldn't want to date somebody who's on here. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because, you know,
What's
but
it's like
but
even
but they
oops, sorry.
already, you would, let me see. I guess that's the same thing, right? You said who you know of on here, right? If I notice someone, I don't think I've. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's really rough.
that I know is on YouTube. Like I said, if I
Yeah,
met them outside at the church or at the grocery store or from work or something like that, and then in our conversations they say, "Oh, I got a YouTube channel," and I say, "Oh, I have one too," something like that, where but not where we're no, I don't want anybody that's mingling in the same circles or same area, and just meeting them randomly. No, I don't.
me either.
And first
I
of all, I'm not going to date anybody that's not locally where we can, meet up and have lunch and have drinks or have dinner. Or, you know what I'm saying? Go to the movies. They have to be locally, in my same city, in my same state. I'm not doing the traveling and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not doing that either.
Hey
I don't,
there,
Well, I
self.
must say this, Miss Kim. Me and my husband met long distance, but
Mhm.
we were a part of another streaming platform called YouNow, and we were part of a group of streamers, aka gamers together, and that's how we met as best friends. But we were best friends way before we ever decided to be in a relationship.
Right.
And when to bounce off what y'all were talking about with if you're going to even start a YouTube channel or have one and you're in a relationship, you do have to set boundaries because I don't talk about mine and my husband's personal life on here like that. You know what I'm saying? That's between
Exactly.
me and him. And On top of that, like, um, I set aside time specifically for him, right? That's his time. And that way we go do things together and keep our relationship built up because you can get lost in YouTube. You really can in YouTube land if you let it overtake you. You can't do that either. You got to take care of yourself too. You got to have boundaries for yourself, for your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Take your time off. Like I love Miss Jill. She does that. She takes care of herself, does her thing. This comes back, gives us amazing content. You know?
Yeah. Dear Self said, I would date them if I know their history on social media and they are a bit reserved. I don't like loud men, so people wouldn't find out about us. However, there's this man who is an occasional.
Woo
Who
wait.
is an occasional what, dear? Oh, hold on. Who is a occasional panelist elsewhere, and I think he needs me in his life. Oh God, I
Okay,
know
you
that's right. You better
don't tell
claim it.
nobody what his name is, please. Don't tell nobody
Yeah,
what his
keep it
They
to
be trying to
yourself,
steal your
girl.
man, child.
Keep it to yourself, girl. But you know, it's tricky. And that's why I said it's so tricky because you don't know now things happen. Now let's
name.
not act like things don't get exposed. People do this offline. You know what I'm saying? You date in and tell your
Yeah,
business and all that when you break up and get mad, and next thing you know. So we're not gonna act like this doesn't happen offline, but it's offline, right? You know,
that period though
it's
is
in
can be
your area.
very
It's not
tricky. Period.
blasted. Huh?
Dating period is tricky.
It
Whether
is.
you're online, somebody's online or offline, to be honest about it. Because you just until you
Yeah,
get to know, and you really don't really know until wait, months and maybe even years later, because everybody usually, send their representative first, you know what I mean? And then you find out later that, oh my God, he's a mass murderer.
yeah, and you because you never know. I mean, these people don't have mass murderer, a pedophile, a pedo, or you know, these people don't have the stuff written on their forehead. So it's kind of like, you just gotta wait and see. It's like shopping around. Like, I think that fits.
These comments
Like
be killing me. The comments, She's foot show said Barbara be calling you.
Barbara,
About,
who's
hey, this is
Barbara is gonna
Shirley.
be
Is this
calling you.
Barbara?
Lord have mercy, not Barbara. Oh
This is
wait, and
Shirley.
do you get to control your environment more offline than online? Yes,
That's true. That's true.
yeah, you do get to control your environment because it's some things that you know it's hard to come on here. Everyone, even a talk show person, a newscast person, a presidential person, anybody, it's hard when you're in love with someone that you don't speak something about your partner, right?
Right. Right.
In or say things without planting in your head, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's kind of almost make you feel secret, like not secretive, but like I don't know. It make you feel like I'm not ashamed. I'm in love and say it out loud. And I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to hide
Be guarded.
and be guarded because of there's some sick, stupid people out here who you can't, think. But one thing I would guard is my family and our relationship. So I think that's more of, you know, then it comes across where when you are because like even dating and stuff like that, you got to be careful. So me, I choose not to. If I'm dating and that person is around, I'm not coming on live. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that because I don't want them to become interested in, like, let me say hi. What you
Yeah.
gotta hide? You
Yeah.
don't want them to know you got a man.
Yeah.
It's just so much. And then that's where I come in at where, it's kind of like, well, what? And they don't understand because they are not in the thick of things. They don't know how people are so crazy on here. And I tell you, I probably wouldn't have been rethink as much as I am now if I haven't seen what I've been seeing,
Yeah.
and looked at a lot of things. I probably would have thought nothing of it. And then even if I don't know that, it's because it's kind of like in the back of my head, it's like, even though I didn't meet them on here, but just knowing you got a YouTube, I'm like, oh, like, this could get ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's what popped in your head. Like, damn, man, you gonna be cursing me out one day if
Yeah.
it doesn't work out. So that will always be in my mind. And I think that is what stops me from even thinking about the thing, because I'm always thinking that. And once you like, you got a YouTube channel, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, so this brings me to this topic. So you know
Yeah,
how, like
which one?
on social, on those reality TV shows. Just say, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, Candy Barris and Todd Tucker. They met on her job. They met on the job, and they eventually, got married and all of that. However, it looks like most of those housewives shows, they may come on married, but if you watch the ones that are married, that are housewives, it always ends up, they end up getting a divorce.
Mm.
And I feel like, social media and all that influence, and it's the same way that happens with YouTubers, I guess, that influence and popularity and people wanting to know more about your business. That's what entertainment is. You want to know all the details, where they traveling to, or what they wearing, and where they getting their makeup, and where they getting their clothes at. The public wants to know more and more about an individual when you make yourself public, right? And I just feel like that can cause pressure in relationships too, you know.
Yeah. Hey, the remix. Thank you and welcome to the channel. I appreciate you for stopping by. And yeah, so I mean, if you want to chime in, guys, in the chat, come on up and have the discussion, because I think this is important of knowing, because there are limits, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with I to each his own. Everybody have their choices and their ways of dating, right?
Mm,
Everybody have their comfortableness of what they think.
mhm. There's really
And
no wrong way,
it's
except if it's
not.
wrong for you. But just see, like with Charlie, she said she met her husband on a gaming channel or a gaming, environment, and they survived with her being on a platform, and so I mean, things are possible. It can still work out. It doesn't always have to be negative. You know me, always looking for the bright
Yeah,
side. And
yeah,
so,
we know.
I
But
think
we need you in our world. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
we need all
'cause
thoughts. We need
I'm just saying
positive and
all thoughts,
yeah.
because sometimes some of us could just we're so scared of what we've seen or experienced that we just, you know what I mean? No, no, no. Because you get so nervous. So we need all thoughts and views, because it's important to view things. And one thing I do must say though, you really it just some of these relationships really bothers me, because it's kind of like, what?
yeah,
Like, why? Like,
it just
what
seems like
would
a lot
make
of,
you step your
some of them are fake.
toe?
Some of them
What
are
would
fake.
make you step your toe in that? And why would you put yourself in that predicament? You
Right,
know, kind of like you see it, if you see that's like a candy store, you see all the candy in the world, and it's different when you pick up a pack of candy that's covered in foil. You can't tell it's spoiled, right, until you open it. But when you
right.
see it a full blown and it got the clear thing, and you see a little whiteness, is looking chocolatey, I mean looking like a chalk, you're not gonna pick that candy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like that when I say, when you see what's before you, why
Why
try
would
it?
you choose that? Right. Why would you choose that for yourself? Yeah. But
It's
again, some of those are like us. Some of the relationships, um, are fake. Some of them are real. Some of them are born out of different reasons. People have different walks of life. Different women have different walks of life, and men have different walks of life. And when they, for whatever reason, they choose to hook up. and can become very tumultuous because you're coming with a lot of baggage. I got my
Mm-hmm.
baggage, and then he got his baggage, and when you put these people together with baggage, you got trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
You end up with trash.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just feel like there's just warning signs, even when you are
It is.
dating,
Yeah.
even when you're dating offline,
Mm-hmm.
there's just, and I feel like sometimes dating offline can be a little more harder because you don't know, right? You can't watch. You can't watch what you
Yeah,
see.
that's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
kind of like dating offline is more even harder because you don't have something to watch, right?
But you know what? I get what you're saying, Jill. But at the same time, I think the you're more able to engage more with that person physically, so you'll see those warning signs up close and in person. If you're going out with somebody and then you notice that he's rude to the waitresses or he's rude to all the help, the people that's doing the servicing food and whatever, or you notice that his breath stink, or then you get to
Yeah, yeah,
you see how
yeah.
his hygiene is. He's
Yeah.
not an immaculate hygiene person, or you know what I'm saying? Or he's always never has no money and he's always looking for you to pay for something. Or you know what I'm saying? Those you get those warning signs up close and in personal. It ain't like, oh, I got them, I got the Jordans, and I got, they can present on the camera very well, but you're not seeing them on a daily basis, or every other weekend or whatever your dating schedule is. So those warning signs are when you're in person and locally, you're able to get those red flags sooner than you would with this facade that people can put on in
Yeah,
front of the
but
camera.
it's a flip side to that, Kimberly, because we all know dating is like a job, getting a
Hmm.
job, and it
Hmm.
starts with the application, right? You are so it's a flip side to that because when you are courting, dating, whatever, it's like an application. You're never going to show your true self.
Right,
So
right,
you have the pointers, you have all of that you're going to groom, you're going to cut, you know what I'm saying? You're going to do things to get the job,
right.
like to get the girl, to get the guy. And so it's just like you are applying for a job and there's a three interview process. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
got you
oh.
you you got it. You know they're going to play the part. Now, online is what I'm saying is if you did meet somebody online,
Hmm.
meaning like YouTuber or something, at least you could get to peek in
Right,
a
right.
little bit before you even be like,
Yeah,
you
that's
you get to see a little bit, but when those applications are in, they are still applying, and you have men and women who know how to play the part. They know how to interview for what they want. Um, and they become professionals so good as so because all they're looking for is nothing. They know they don't, especially if they know they don't have what it takes to keep the woman or to keep the man, but trust and believe they got props, they got options. You ain't gonna find out they broke until it's too late. You ain't gonna find out. Now the breath stuff, hey, ain't no fixing that, because that breath, that breath, baby, especially if you got rotten teeth or whatever, it's gonna seep through that mouth. Ain't no hiding that. You can tell. But I'm saying anything else, the people will dress for the part.
right, right.
But at least it is at least online you can kind of peek in and see what this person is giving.
Hmm.
You can peek and see what they're giving. You can see the behavior. At least you can do a little bit more research.
Well, see, well, even though me and my husband did start online, we had a private group that we were a part of, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
So we got those conversations of getting to really know each other on like a more personalized level. And she's right, because here's the thing, I'm going to say this. When you see somebody behind the scenes, sometimes they don't act the same way on the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
right? They act like a total different person, and behind the scenes they're different, or vice versa. They could act like the best person you ever met online and then be total batshit crazy behind the scenes, or vice versa. They can be crazy as crap online, but be the coolest person you ever met in your life behind the scenes because they put on a character, right? But it does let you kind of see. And then some people are the same online as they're on offline. I'm the same person. What you see here is what you're gonna get when you meet me in real life.
I'm
I'm
gonna
no
say
different.
this: you could act crazy online all you want to. You would never get to know anything about me. If your ass on here acting crazy, I'm not interested. Okay, this is a public. No, I'm not interested. So it's kind of marked you out anyway. So I don't even care if you're cool offline. To be honest with you, I
Mm.
mean that's just me. Because then you know how I think. If you can act like this online, a public platform where millions and millions of people can
View and review and
view and review, and you up here acting like that, why the fuck would I want to meet you in person? I don't care if you cool offline. There ain't no way in hell I would be even interested in even giving that any thought. I mean, make it make sense. You get what I'm saying? That's why
yeah,
it doesn't make sense. If you're acting like that online, there is no way I am even
entertaining you. Yeah,
entertaining no thought whatsoever about coming off of here. But yes, remix, go ahead and ask the question, honey. I don't mind. Um, and so I yeah, that would make no sense. That
Oh no, I
that's
get
like
it.
you
I would
playing
like
with
them
that's
island
like you
boys.
playing with fire.
Have y'all?
Like who the hell would want to meet somebody who acting crazy as hell on an app that millions and billions of people could see you? Yeah, that don't connect for me. But go ahead, I ain't judging. I'm
No, I
just
was like,
saying.
have you ever seen those island boys and how they act online? I couldn't deal with somebody like that.
No, I don't
And
know the
then
Island Boys.
they'll push like cameras in front of their partner's faces, try to get them to have a freak out for a camera, or like let's say Blueface who wants to throw everything online, or Christian, any of those instances, right? That's a little crazy and too far out there, and I wouldn't even want to be friends with someone like that. I'm like, nah, because you're gonna be everything gonna be content. You know what I'm saying? Even me.
that's their claim to fame.
Yeah.
That's it. And some people do that though.
That's their
Anything
claim to
for a
fame.
click in the view. And see, that's the dangers of where I'm going, where like dating a YouTuber, they may not start out that way. But baby, when you know what I'm saying, you just never know. That I've seen this internet turn the most sweetest people into some dangerous folks. You hear me? All about a click and a view. And that would be my most biggest nervousness. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? You're
Hmm.
welcome to remix. Yes, you can ask the question. It's an open panel. Usually I don't let people up who I have never. Is this the same remix who be over there? Um at, wait, I don't even know where you from though, but you know who be on panels over there in the beef sector. Is that the same remix, Charlie? You know? Okay, let me see. Then they're trying to run game. Yeah.
Go ahead and ask your question, remix.
Okay, I think he did. Hold on. Let me go down. Okay. Firstly, I love this title because it hits home to me. I am a young man. I've always kept YouTube separate from real life and never wished to like anyone on this app. Okay.
That's a good. So where's the question at, babe?
A while ago, that changed. I really started liking someone. We have such a bond. I don't want to feel this way, but it's real strong, and I don't want to feel this way. I don't know. I don't know how to undo it. Why do you feel like you have to undo it? Is the question. To have they did something that
Well, I'm saying is this feeling is unusual because I don't do YouTube app. So remix, I have a question, hon. So does the other person know that you feel that way about them? Or is this a one-sided relationship at this point?
And sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants. Like, I'm not saying, like, this topic, I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, or like, because to each his own. And
Right.
it's, so the question is, what is the hesitation that makes you, so, because sometimes we have to follow that too. You know what I'm saying? When you hesitate on something, is
Yeah,
it
that's true.
because you think that
You could
because
be
you
missing a
never
good
done it before?
good opportunity. Yeah. You have
Yeah. So it's kind of, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Is it because you never experienced this before and you're kind of afraid, or did that person do something that make you question that it would be shaky? Or are
you
you,
said yes, the person knows.
guess what I'm saying?
He
This
knows
feeling
the
is
other person knows that you
yeah,
have
the other
interest in
person
them.
knows.
So
Yep.
is the feeling mutual? Is it a mutual
Hmm.
attraction? Because it has to be mutual, for first of all, you have to have some common commonalities between the two of you. So does that person have feel the same way, or is even interested, or is it just you feeling like you like them, but you're not sure if they like you?
Yes, great point. For me, I've always kept real life and YT separate, if it makes sense. No, that makes perfectly
Perfect sense.
sense. I
Mhm.
mean, but what I'm saying is we're grown though. You know, and sometimes it does, that person, like Kimberly just said, that all depends. Does the person have the mutual feelings? Great points. It's mixture. She feels this way too. Okay. Y- Listen, all I'm saying, this is why I'm saying, if she feels the same way you do, and if it's the point where I just said check that box. What is stopping you? Is it because you never did? Okay, so great point. For me, I've always, so because you kept real life and YT separate, is that person a content creator? Charlie, is this the same remix?
I believe so.
Oh, I
I
don't
mean, it's the
know,
only
because I,
remix I
I I
know.
don't know him separately. Do you be
I,
in the beef sector remix? Yeah, I noticed that person has a lot of other things going. Makes me question the union. Oh, okay, so you just answered your own question. You just answered your own question. So, sometimes some things is just best not to entertain, but don't listen to me. I'm not no love uh
you know,
therapist, or
the old saying
love
is,
matcher.
if
Huh?
it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah.
Right? So if that is something, even if you catch feelings, right? If it's meant to be on later down the line, it will be. Oh, and they said no, I'm not that remix.
Oh, okay. No, it doesn't make a difference if you are or not. I'm not judgmental. I was just trying to picture
Figure
who
out.
I was talking to. That's all. So you
But
just coming through the neighborhood. Welcome.
if it's
Uh,
gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If not,
um, I'm
it
in
just let
beef
it be.
sector. I'm not beef sector content creator. Okay. No, I'm not asking you if you a beef sector content creator. I was saying, is this the same? Do you be in the beef sector? Because I know a remix that I hear about all the time over there. So that's what I just hear the name. I don't know that person per se. I don't know nothing about it. I just hear the name remix. Three, what is it? To be honest, is that what that mean? To be honest, TBH, is that what that mean, Charlie?
Yes, to be
Okay.
honest.
To be honest, I'm concerned about, well, doctor, and this person is baby. Listen, remix. I'm going to say this again. Your last comment answered your own question. You said, I noticed that person has a lot other, I think you mean a lot of other things going on, makes me question the genuineness. That's where people go wrong. See, if you start talking like that, that means no. For me, it's a no for me. When you start having flags and, if they have a lot going on, then, but if you want to tip your pinky toe in there, do your thing. I mean, who knows? It might be perfect. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to do with it. But for me, that's a flag for me. I'm sorry. You got too much going on for me. I'm
What
just
I would
saying.
tell any person is follow your gut and your intuition, right?
Smooches,
Your
camera.
intuition, what you feel. If you've got to speak to that person a little bit, or gotten to know them a little more personally, um, then go with what your gut feels. If your gut's saying, "Hell no, we won't go," walk away. But if your gut's saying, this might be possible, give it time because in time, right? If it's meant to be, it will come together. If it is
Hey,
destiny,
Dr.
you will find
Creo.
each other. Because you tell me how in the heck I'd find a person from New York and I'm all the way in Mississippi, right? We would have never met if chance had not happened, right? They followed a YouTube over and so did I. And that's how we met each other was through a whole nother a group of people, right? And it was destined to be.
Yeah. Don't focus on the listen, let me tell you something, remix. Don't focus on the beef sector so much. I have a lot of people I've met and I enjoy a lot of folks over there. So look, it's all good. We I ain't judging that. I was trying to get to know who I'm talking to. It's all, baby. And I said I just hear the name remix before. So I heard it in commentary. So it'll show you something if I don't even remember what the commentary was about. So that's that. It's not that serious. So please don't focus on that. We be all over this app. Everybody hang everywhere. I hang in the beef sector. Okay. And I'm not beef sector. So I'm not here to prove that. We're just talking, chit chatting. You could be from wherever you are. You are who you are. I was just trying to get to know who I was talking to, like I said. But yeah, me too. Red flag, right? Dr. Creo, welcome. Welcome, Dr. Creo. Thank you for coming through. So those are red flags for me. It's like when you start talking about they got a lot of stuff going on, which makes you question if they are genuine or not. Red flag for me. That's what I feel. And then you'll never know. So that's a red flag for me though. And like Creo said, some people can find love on any app. Dear Self will say that all the time. She always promote that. You can find love anywhere. This is just like it's worth it. So it's true. And it's just all about the intentions. But I don't. It's not. It's just not for me though. Let me say, yeah. You know what is possible? Excuse me. And going into it, if you are okay with the possibility happening and can't handle it, then pursue. But know that it is on the table for possibility. Oh yeah, right. Because I did read something about doxing. So girl. I ain't getting into that. You ain't about to pull me. What is this about? Okay. Yeah, truth is, I don't know. Ain't never work. Gonna work, but okay.
He said he know it's not going to ever work, but uh, he still has feelings. So, and that's okay to have feelings.
Yeah, you don't
If
have
you
to
already
act on
know
your
that it's not
feelings all
going
the
to work,
time.
then that's your instinct telling you to be cautious.
Could
Follow
I
your.
say something, remix? I don't know. I don't know how old you are. I'm not gonna ask how old you are, but you do know if you spend a lot of time around places, things, and people, feelings can develop. So you can have strong will all you want. You're human though, right? That's just like I would have never in my dreams think I'll be watching some of the shit I'll be watching, but I'm watching, right? You can say a lot of things about that, but that doesn't make what can't you believe? Because things happen. Even when if you were ever cheated on and some signs wasn't there or something like that, we can't always say, I can't believe this. I can't believe this, because things happen, and especially when it comes with feelings. You know what I'm saying? And things that we are interested on. And I don't know if you believe in a higher power in God, but sometimes we have to pray on things and wait for the answer and the sign. So, that's all you can do. So I don't think anything is natural. I
Mhm.
could sit here all day and tell you, um, just like I'm saying, I have a strong feeling. Sorry for you're not rambling. You're good. We're having a
Absolutely not.
topic.
Doing good. It's
Yeah, you're good, honey. You're good. I could sit here and say all day I wouldn't do this, but who knows? Y'all might see my black ass 3 years from now be like, girl, I thought you say you went dating on YouTube.
and now
You know
you all
what I'm
who gaga
saying?
over somebody on YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? I could say I wouldn't do something all day, right? But if things happen and moods like don't knock yourself. Shit, that it happens. Baby, it happens. I can see here, and next thing you know, you'll see me, and y'all be look. They be trying to prosecute me on here. Liar, liar. Oh, and don't start leading. What happened? And don't start leading that person on. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Then you break it off, whatever you guys got going on. Yeah, don't lead them on. You are so right, foot soldier. If that's your feeling, and to be honest with you, see me, I would speak that into existence. I mean, not into existence. I would say that, like, I don't know, you playing or something, cause see, it's best to tell the truth. I ain't lying. I'm outspoken. It ain't nothing you gonna say. I was hinting around the corner. I led you on, cause I'm gonna say what I have to say, because that's just it. We're normal. And if this person have such behaviors, once again, what Charlie said earlier, a person can be so sweet and nice in person, but they act crazy as hell online. Again, one, I'm not even going to touch it. But if you see shit, say shit. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe that's just your gut. Um, But again, that just would be me. If I see something, I'm not gonna, I don't know. And maybe, hey, you never know. Just know that like somebody said, there's a possibility your ass might be on the motherfucking pinwheel. Which
Just make sure you ain't on the next episode of Jerry Springer, Maury, or Steve Wilkos. Just saying, or the episode of
yeah.
Snapped. We don't want to see you on Snap neither.
Yes, Linda B. Mad day is hell on these streets, okay? Mad day. That's why I said if a person show you who they are, believe them, whether they playing online or not. I don't play games like that. I don't play with my heart. I don't play with my personal life. I don't play with my business, my children, my family. I don't play them games. So me playing with a person like that I'm already watching, and to think to bring them in my life, even though they're not going to meet my family ever until later on, if things go that way, just the possibility, because you still have access to me alone, says no. I'm not playing. I don't play about the things I love, and I'm not going to risk it dealing with something that I see. You can't say you ain't see it. That's the thing. This is the topic. If you see it, and that's why I don't want to give that type of meaning to you, somebody acting crazy online, and then you still say they sweet in person, I would never know. I would never know, because why would you play Jeopardy with your life like that? Because you don't know if they playing or not. How would you know?
Mhm.
How would you know they're acting?
Mhm.
Or how do you know they didn't just turn it off when you meet in person, so they wouldn't scare you away until they break you down and get you in the vulnerable part, and then you gonna see fucking Chucky, how they was on here online, Chuck a ruck ruck, you know. I mean, I'm just saying that I don't know. You're right, but I've been on this app for a long time. Never had this happen to me. Well, shit happens. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to taste it, taste it. I'm just saying. I love this convo. The feedback, real talk. I can only give it to you as real. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep it funky. There ain't no way, and especially if you got a lot to lose, you think more. You think different. If you have a lot to lose, even if I ain't have shit to lose, but two brown fucking pennies, okay? I ain't playing with crazy. I ain't playing with delusional. I ain't playing with none of that shit, because I'm telling you, I'll be in jail. Mm-mm.
Well, at least our crazy plays well together, Michelle.
What you said?
Our crazy plays well together. Me-
Oh well, see, now see, it's personal experience, and see, you stepped out there and you caught a good one. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. I guess I missed my husband. I messed my husband. I'm gonna take that luck, and hey, if I go, if I go and leave this earth lonely, fuck it. If it had to consist with this is what I had to do, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take that chance. I'll be lonely and yeah, lonely.
I'm so lonely. I
I'm
have to
glad you're
find
enjoying this,
you.
the remix. I'm glad you gave me a topic. I mean, a discussion relating to the topic, because what we can't do is.
Can't make a
And
decision
how long
for you.
ago was this,
We can't make
Charlie?
a decision
Again,
for you, honey. That's
Oh,
what they say.
this was a long time ago. We've been together now 6 years, but we've known each other for 10.
okay.
So this was a minute ago before people started getting real crazy on the internet.
Yeah, because right now they don't give a fuck. They think that's it's popping. They will take chances. A lot of people didn't take. Yeah, I don't know. They ain't mine. I don't know. I think it's a good check. What good check, foot soldier? What you said? What foot soldier say? Did I miss what you said, foot soldier? But it's important for you to just scout it out. I ain't gonna go on and on and on about it, but go with your first instinct is what I'm saying. Go with the first instinct. Um, you know, pray on it, meditate on it. Hey, sassy. Hey, girl. Hey, pray on it, meditate on it, think about it, and that's it. A lot of people, and that's why I said this is not judgment. I was just we I wanted That's why I said this is an open panel. As you can see, everybody have different aspects of what they would do and what not to do. And I just thought it would be a great just to see where everybody mindset was. And as you can see, it comes to the
We all got three
conclusion.
different opinions. You say absolutely not. I say there's a possibility Charlie has actually did it and had success. So everything doesn't
Exactly.
apply to everybody. It's an individual journey, and everybody
Yes.
has their own journey to take, and everybody has their own victories and consequences to deal with, whichever path they choose. So
Mm. Well, good luck
period.
to you, remix. You know what I'm saying? You
Period.
better remix those feelings and see what you come up with.
Not remix your feelings.
I gotta make light of it. Let's make light of it, because don't get so serious. And I don't know how long you known the person that you
Yeah, we
are
don't know all the
thinking.
details.
What you say?
We don't know all the details and stuff. If
Yeah,
they
I don't know the
bad,
detail, and I don't
yeah.
want to know
So,
the details. I really don't. I just, yeah, it depends. The time will tell anything. If you already have those signs, if that person, you said that person doxes and all of that other
oh,
stuff.
I went to go cut my lights on outside.
Yeah,
He
I
said,
think I
"Somebody
read that. I read something
I missed
about the
that part.
person
Oh
was a
hell no!
doxer or
Remix,
something.
run, baby, run to the left, run to the right, run in a
Confirm that
circle.
for me, Remix. Did you say that the person, and I'm not making light of your feelings, please do not take it that way. I just was trying to, I don't know. Could you confirm? Right, exactly. I don't play games, etc. That's I stick to the real life. Yeah. Well, I don't know. If you like I said, Remix down here laughing. Look, baby, I
Yeah,
just
they
was
doxing you. You don't no, don't do that one because doxing is never a good. Never. That's already letting you know that they're invasive. And any information you want to know about me, ask me.
and
And that could be
sometimes go ahead.
yeah.
I'm
Any
sorry.
information you want to know, a person has to dox someone when they can ask, directly ask you about that information, whatever it is they have a question about. That's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Mhm.
That's a
Also, if they would do that to someone else, what would
else.
they do to you?
Exactly. Exactly.
Linda B, I'm just making light of it, not to get too serious, and I don't want people telling their business. Now you're gonna have people looking like who remix like it. And not me, because I don't give a damn. I don't care about nobody else's damn relationship. Whatever you do with your body and your time and your spare time, that is your business. Okay. I don't want to know. But sometimes some people get lonely and they get glued to this app, and you start seeing other things.
Looking
You
for
got to
love in
go
the wrong place.
outside. Yeah, looking for
Looking
love in
for
the
love
wrong
in
place.
all the wrong places.
Yeah,
Looking
you
for
got to go
love
outside sometime. Go outside in the
in the rain.
rain. It might sound crazy, but sometimes we be sounding more crazier saying I want to date a doctor. Shit. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, sir. Some women don't like to be misled. Yeah, don't mislead anybody though, turn it off. Turn it off. Cut it off. Cause then you might get doxxed. Shit. Don't mislead nobody, remix. Speak your feelings, or not. Cause shit. I never pictured the internet getting like this when I got my first computer. Me either. Child, it's danger. I'm not sure if he's serious or playing. Foot soldier, that's why I was saying, who's this? Okay. Foot soldier.
Yes, what's up?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, ladies. I
What's
can't
going
Hey,
take
on?
if
Hey,
you
foot
stroll up.
soldier.
Hey, sweetheart, how you been? If you stroll up, he's saying he gonna break up with her fast in a hurry. I can't take him serious. And y'all telling him to run. How about tell her to run?
That's why I said I don't know.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that one-sided thing. Okay, the remix.
Oh God,
I just wanted to come
child.
up here
You
and
in
say,
here trolling remix. Are you trolling remix? Remix those
no,
feelings you
he's
feel.
saying he's this guy. He doesn't play games, this and that and the third. And he was like, "You right, foot soldier. I'm gonna break up with her." I'm like, off of what I said,
Wait,
you want us
you
to
breaking
answer.
up.
You
I
want us
thought
to
y'all
make.
weren't together.
I'm
I
I'm
see
thinking
some.
he want us to make the decision for him, and we can't do that.
Oh. Now we not that bored. We was entertained by ourselves. Now, if you coming with some trolling now, we did. Are you trying to say we were boring, so you had to give us a remix?
he said, I like this topic. I like that
Shut,
topic. in this thing.
Yeah, remix. Are you in here trolling remix? Okay, listen, we don't need. That's why, listen, remix. If you hear me, let me say something to you. I'm not slow. That's why I was asking certain things and saying certain things and pick up, but I'm just saying because it was sounding like I'm like, wait a minute now. You talking about she doxing and she got red flags and like, well, you know the answer. Why would you
Exactly.
if you grown as hell, remix, cut that out. Cut that out. Cut
We
it
don't
out.
know. We don't know. Remix. I'm like you. I'm
Oh, I
questioning.
don't know. I
I'm
didn't
questioning your
know.
age right now.
Yeah, I don't want to know it. Don't
And
say
then
it. I'm
again,
not gonna
there's some
ask you
people.
anything,
No,
honey.
I'm sorry, Remix. Forget that because there's some people old and still act like they're young.
Okay, yes, I was about to say we ain't gonna say the age game.
No, we ain't
Yeah,
gonna do that.
you
My
got
bad.
some 50, 60, 70 years old
Yes.
now running around here with their head cut off like they was born yesterday, baby. So yeah, remix. He thought he had us.
Yeah, I think so too.
He
That
thought
was a
he
good
had
one.
us. No,
What y'all
sir.
take from his asking us the question and then you give him, you're trying to give some advice, but then later on he said he was gonna break up with her. I'm like, what?
Oh, see, I missed that. I didn't see the
It's
break
in,
up
it's
part
in
because
your
I'm about
chat.
to say, how you breaking up? That's why I said, and then I think I read something about docs, and I'm like, wait a minute.
He's saying they docs in the B sector. Well, get out the B sector then.
Oh,
It's
he
a
said they
simple.
docs. He said I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, baby. Baby, let me tell you something, baby. I could be a little crazy sometimes, but baby, my antennas be up, honey. I'm like, what make it make sense? Remix. You remixing up the story now.
On things. Exactly.
Yeah, it was starting to. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, he said they die. Well, baby, look, you be over there, shit. So you know what time it is. I know what time it is. They docks everywhere. We ain't gonna blame just the beef sector. They docks everywhere. Be good. Shit, they probably done doxed my ass already. I just won't know until I put somebody buttons.
How
Shit.
how how do you know when you've been doxxed? That's what I want to know. How do you know that?
When they put that shit out.
So they would put it
That's
out where you would see it, I guess, is what you're saying.
yeah, and I do get like nothing. I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't gonna tell my goodies, my
Mm.
alerts, but I do. Yeah,
Oh yeah, alerts on accounts and things like that. I could
mm.
see that you being notified that way. I didn't know.
Yeah, but
I didn't know.
I think most of them just hold it until it's time, as you have seen, right? Some people
Mhm.
be sitting on stuff for years and be waiting. Wait, sitting at the dock of the bay.
Watching the tide roll
Roll like,
away.
look, they be sitting there whistling for real too. I can't whistle like that, yeah, but they be like waiting for you. They be like, shake some, shake some, shake some. What they said, I'ma hit you with the oh God, don't you start sounding like TC now. Oh God, you heard her. I'm up there trying to get hype with it, like, here she go.
She got the
You about
church
to
in her
come,
like I do.
you about to come break out the
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 hymnals
old
start coming
nasty,
in.
the old nasty him. Look, see, remix know he was in here with that bullshiggity. You bet, but all I'm saying is, find your love. Go date her. Go date her. You might make her over. You might renew her life. She probably give it up. Give up the docs and the mess and everything. Said she want a remix. What
He
they
changed a
said.
whole life. He remixed a whole life.
You know what I'm saying?
The
You done
remix to
remixed it.
ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay, you know how they said, "Can I get a refill?" She said she wants you to remix. It's Mad Day for me restring. Why? It did it kick you off or did you drop, Foot Soldier? I thought you dropped. It let you rock out though. She was up here for a minute, right, y'all?
Yeah,
Mm.
but Restream's still having that dang issue about
I
Oh,
don't
certain
know
people.
why. And
question.
I really, they tell me every time I tell them, they say like you got to do it while it's happening. Who feel like typing? Oh, it do. Yeah.
Who
Who?
got time? Like you in the middle of your stream. Hey, you supposed to drop everything you doing and type to them right then.
Well, it do got the help button right here, the chat.
Can I ask the question?
Sure.
Speaking of, because I noticed it for the last 2 days, every time I would go in someone's live, it was saying subscriber mode, and then I would click out and then come back in, and then it was, have
Same
you?
here.
And I
Yeah,
said, so it must be a YouTube glitch that's
it
going
is.
on.
It is because it's been happening to me, and it'll say like like you're not subscribed, right? And
Right, or like
I
the
know
channel
I am.
subscriber mode only. Mm-hmm.
What you
Okay.
mean, whatever? I'm serious. Do you want me to contact them right now? Because I will. I will. I'll do it for you because you're a great supporter. Okay. I will do it for you, NTC. I just didn't know y'all want me to hold up the show and say, hey, restrain. What's wrong with you? No, but for real, we pay money and everything. And only reason why, even though 20, 20 something dollars is still money, but I would be even madder if I was paying close to $50 and that was
Mm-hmm.
happening. Child,
Mm-hmm.
it is annoying. It is. Yeah, damn. But you know what? All I got to say, wrap this one up about, dating, you just got to be cautious. It's the same thing. I think if you see something that looks
Suspicious.
suspicious, it probably is suspicious. I mean, I'm just saying that's always my thought, and and just follow. You have to have discernment with everything y'all do. I'm gonna say that it happened yesterday for me and Jill. What? What happened yesterday? You
It
ain't
dropped
click.
her. Is she talking about it dropped her? Restream dropped her?
You ain't hit my link yesterday, girl. Girl, I wouldn't pay it either. Yeah. But I'm just being honest. If you see something, just you just got it's spot on. And just always have cautiousness, right? You always you can't it's gotten too loose. Like I said, Charlie, she met her loved one 10 years ago. I wasn't on YouTube like that. I had a YouTube channel when looking up stuff, but was YouTube even around? Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube was around.
because the beef section was back then.
I'm
Mm.
about to, I'm trying to look. Time go by so goddamn fast, child. But if you, it's changed. It's a different time. You think about people who've met people off of MySpace. I have friends who met their husband, well, one friend from MySpace, and they're still together. We're talking about, whew, they've been together for like 20 something years,
Mm.
married and children and all that. So, you can. It's different, but I'm just saying, if it's a let's say it's like potluck everywhere, off or online, to really say it. But to date another YouTuber, I just think my eyebrows would be, and the only reason why I compared MySpace to YouTube is because with MySpace, it was just you talking in threads and stuff, right? Kind of, and posting walls and all that stuff. And it's sort of the same a little bit, but
Mm.
this is more up in your face. Like you can actually watch and see people and see how they move and all of that. And I'm just saying, if you acting crazy as hell, baby, but it is someone for everyone. Look at Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for real, as somebody
It's
took out
true.
my crazy butt because I'm
It's
crazy as
true. It's somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So things that would might alert me might not alert her because we're two different people. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's it's for each its own. Some people are how do you say explorative. Some people are more curious than others, and some people are chance takers. I just never been, a chance taker, and it's nothing wrong with that. The wrong person made potato salad. So it's just all depends because like I said, you just never know. And that's offline, online, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because dating is just like getting a job. I'm telling you. You want a job that's going to do you right, that you're happy, you want to be in a place, and so you're going to apply for the thing that you want. If
Mm-hmm.
it suits you, it looks good, it pays good, and it got you might not even be listen, people apply for shit every day they have no experience for. That person ain't your type. You gonna put shit on there that'll make it your type, okay?
Yeah.
So it goes just like a job. I say that all the time. And relationship is like is work. Relationship is work. So it all ties in. I don't want you to think because it shouldn't nobody, but it working you to death or taking advantage in that kind of way. But I'm saying it all has some resemblance, it all aligns when it comes to stuff like that, especially when you're starting off. If you use your hands in potato salad, we don't. Ew. What? Who using their hand in potato salad? Why would you?
What are Keith
Do you mean? Do you mean
Good
like cutting?
evening. I heal humans. I don't date them. Be blessed. All right. It must be time for me to hang up.
Wait, what happened? Wait a second. Shit, all the time. I didn't realize Kimberly was on the panel. Yes, Kimberly is up here in my own little world. Don't mind me running up. Oh God, child. Hey Tracy, what you reading? I don't see
Oh,
that.
that's Mr. Keith. He comes over to my chat.
Don't mention potluck. I thought about potato salad.
Skills
Yeah.
behind.
Ew. Who mixing a potato salad?
Yeah,
Good
she
evening.
behind
I
a little.
heal human though. Oh, okay. Mm. Hi, Mr. Keith. Charlie says she know you, but welcome on in, Mr. Keith. What that means? I'm better at healing than being human. Unfortunately, huh?
That's why I said that must be my this must be my exit.
You know what? You so crazy. What does that mean, Keith? So you're better at healing than being human. All right, never mind. You know what that means, Charlie?
He does like the healing breathing and like the crystals, everybody healing prayers and things like that.
Ah, okay, okay. I could get it now. I got it. So meaning you're better at healing and nurturing and stuff like that than human activity. I get it without spelling it out. But we're not perfect, so shit. We are human. I don't know if that's what you meant. Don't let Keith bring the potato salad.
Communicate.
Baby,
My
look, Kimberly,
skills
what?
set. Got
Kimberly,
it.
better be, better be personal potato salad. Okay, I do. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, I was just trying to interpret, what you was meaning by being human. I'm like, we're all human beings, but I got you. I got you.
All
That's
right.
okay.
I'm gonna drop down, baby girl.
All right, thanks I'm about to get off of here
Yeah, I
anyway,
gotta
but
go
thank
walk
you.
the dogs. Thank you
I
for
gotta
having
go
me,
be
Miss
nosy.
Steele.
Thank you. Yep, I'm about to be nosy with you. Thank you for coming up, Kimberly. Thank you for coming up, Charlie. I
Hey.
appreciate y'all.
No
It's
worries.
okay, Keith. You are welcome to come over here. I was just trying to better understand what you was saying. That's why I was trying to break it down, honey. Thank you, Kimberly. I
Absolutely.
appreciate you.
Absolutely. I want to holler at you too later on maybe today.
Okay, hit me up
I
when you're
enjoy.
ready.
I will. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Thank you for joining me, everybody. This was a great, great conversation. Everybody had two sides of their own side of the communication of would you date a YouTuber, and I think all in the end, it just depends on your heart and getting to know a person and everything. I want to thank Remix for coming in here with that bullshiggity in my Miss Paulette voice. Coming in here, deterring the conversation. And I appreciate everybody in the chat for tuning in. Okay, because this was really a great show. Linda B, Foot Soldier, thank you for popping up here and giving me a little love because it's been a long time. I miss chilling up here with you, Foot Soldier. So I'm gonna have to do a live where we are on StreamYard so we can hang out and have a good time. So thank y'all, dear self. Thank you so much. I said Linda B. Thank you so much, Dr. Creo, for coming through the building. Sassy, thank you so much for coming through. I'm trying to catch everybody. If I didn't say your name, blame it on my head, not my heart, okay? Because I didn't mean to look over anyone. Just read my book. I know she came through earlier. Um, and yeah, this was a good one. I would like to have more hot topic discussions. I think is needed. Everybody get a chance to hear a little bit. Room Shaker, thank you for coming through, honey. Tony Montana, Tony Montana, Tony Montana. Thank you so much. It was really, really a great topic. Remix came in with the spin. Okay. Thank you, Keith, for joining us. I appreciate it. Levon in the building. Thank you so much for coming through. But this was really a great, great live, and I love to hear and get different different advice and input on this topic from different people. Because we walk through different worlds of ways of life, and everybody think things differently. So date who you want to date. Just thoroughly just vet them, baby. Vet them. Okay? Vet them. If you see something and it looks funny, it probably is funny. Keith, welcome on in. Come through again. I just asked, what does that do for you mostly? What does what do for me? Keith, what do you mean? What does what do for me? Not sure what you mean. Not sure what you mean, Keith. I was just trying to get a better understanding before I log off here. Because it's been a good show and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And once again, thank you so much for your input, Kimberly and Charlie. I appreciate y'all. The topic or desire, the topic or what do you mean what it does for me? Um, Well, what it does, first of all, you're giving content, you're getting different views on different things, and you're communicating, and hopefully, some people will feel the same way. So it's all about communication. So that's what it does for me. It's helping me reach my goal. It's content to add to my channel, so hopefully I could get an asset check later on. It's also helpfully somebody hears something that they enjoyed and that they could take from what we are talking about and give good advice. So yeah, it was a great conversation. So it's good to converse with people on the app and get to know each other and give some good helpful tips. So that's what it did for me. It's way to get deeper into emotional reasons of your goals. Okay. All right. Well, you have a blessed one, Keith. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you decide to come by another time or subscribe to the channel. And thank you, everybody, for showing up and showing out. And as always, have a blessed night. Stay sucker free and peace out. Later.